Welcome back to another episode of Strong Conversations here at the Simpson Strong Tie booth, live from the International Builder Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am Sam Marcoux, and I am joined by the party crew, my good friend, Mr. Judson Diehl, and some guy that I just met named Mike Couch.
Yeah, just about 12 years.
Longer than that.
Yeah.
I think we might be on 15 years of
close
knowing
to
each
18.
other. Yeah,
15, 18 years for
it's
sure.
been a long time.
Time flies.
So thank you guys for being here.
Our pleasure.
For those that don't know, Mike Couch, who is sitting on my couch, used to be a Simpson Strong Tie employee.
Yep.
One of the best sales guys we've ever had, I have to admit.
I paid him to say that.
You are an Orange Jacket winner, correct?
Yes, sir.
For those that are watching this that don't know what an Orange Jacket winner is, that is a Hubie Oliphant Award winner. That is the highest honor you can get as a salesperson within Simpson Strong Tie. And Mr. Couch, what year did you win that?
Second year.
The second year of Earth.
Second year with Simpson.
Second year with Simpson.
What year that'd be? That'd be like 2014.
Well, you got to get your training wheels on, and then you just go out and kill it after
exactly.
that.
Right.
So where are you gentlemen now, and what are you doing for them?
So where are we today?
Yeah, where are you at now, Mike?
So I'm with a company called Citadel Roofing and Solar. They've been around for 10 years. The owner's actually been doing roofing for over 30 years. It's in his blood. His dad was a roofer. So got my one of my sales guy here, Judson, that is working for us in the Fresno market. I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself too.
Yeah, so my background is in roofing and solar, mostly on the solar side. Spent 15 years way back with a company called Solar City that got acquired by Tesla.
Yes.
And halfway into my career, pivoted into the focus on new homes of roofing and solar. Kind of saw the direction of the industry heading that way.
Yeah.
So was fortunate enough to meet up with Mike this last year as he came on in and joined the team.
Right on.
Yeah, 80% of our business is the new home construction, production building. We do commercial, multifamily, I'd say 15,000 roofs a year, about 10,000 solar installs a year. And we're just in California, so from border to border.
Well, it's so interesting because when you left to go to Citadel, I'd heard of the company, but I it wasn't terribly aware of them. And it's one of those things where, like, once you buy a red car, you see nothing but red cars. I probably send more pictures to Mike of Citadel, trucks.
Oh yeah.
Out on the just out on job sites and everything else. I'm like, oh, there they are again. Look at that.
Yeah.
So
I think there's about 500 trucks running around in California.
You got 500 trucks running around right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. About 900 employees.
You guys are focused on California. Makes sense, especially with new homes.
Yep.
Solar is everywhere.
Yep.
Right.
It's mandated, right? In California. So yeah, all new construction has to have solar.
I can't tell you how many solar sales guys I've thrown off of my property over the past couple of years. They're everywhere. There's opportunity to be had in new home construction, obviously, as well as, not used home, but existing home market, right?
Right.
So you guys aren't dealing with the existing home market, you two specifically.
We do have a small portion that we do retro. Yep.
Okay.
We're focused on construction, but we service the retrofit because all of our new construction customers do also become retrofit after a certain point in time.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. So, Mike, you're no stranger, obviously, to the Simpson Strong Tie booth here at IBS. What do you think? I mean, you came back to your old stomping grounds. You had a hero's welcome. You showed up, and we immediately asked you questions about your old job because we didn't know the answer to it. You're like, Mike is here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The booth is always impressive, right? Simpson does a great job. Love to see all the new stuff that you guys we're always coming out with. So, it's impressive.
Well, I think you are on our video wall of one of the hype videos of Simpson Strong Tie. I don't think we've changed it out yet. We're like, well, that's a good video. Like, but Mike Couch isn't here tomorrow. But it's still a good video.
It is a great video.
Yeah. So when you guys come here, obviously, big show, as others have called it, the Super Bowl of our industry. What's the goal? Like, you guys show up. What are you guys looking to do here? Judson?
Really, it's about relationships, getting educated. I think those are the two primary things.
Yeah.
Educating builders that may not know of us, which we're focused in California, so most builders do, but also just relationships, spending time with our clients, getting to know them. It's a great time to form those relationships.
Yeah. And Mike, you're kind of like the guy, you're the straw that stirs the drink, especially when it comes to
I was going to say,
social events.
This is also a big party, right?
It's a
We're
big
all
party.
here to have a good time. It's just a reason to have a good time.
Yeah. Well, Mike is a guy that where I was going is you plan a lot. You're a planner.
Yeah. Event planner. Professional.
You are a professional. He is a professional planner. I get a lot of phone calls from Mike. We actually probably speak more now than when we were on the same sales team.
Yeah.
But you plan so much. Look at this guy. Look, walking by the booth right now.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Chad Scuncio. So how far in advance were you planning your activities for IBS this year?
Well, I started last week.
Last week.
Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, you start planning usually a year in advance, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, just because everything gets filled up and people's times get filled up. So you just want to make sure you get in front of the right people. And so, yeah, about a year. And then obviously a couple of weeks before is when you really start dialing things in too, and making sure to check in with people. But yeah, what about you guys? You guys, same way.
For those that don't know, Mike Couch used to be in the role that I'm in now for Simpson. So, first of all, big shoes to fill, which is I don't like you for that. I'm pretty upset at you right now because people still call. They call me and go, "Hey, Mike." I'm like, "No, I'm not Mike. I'm Sam." But I joined the team about a week after last year's IBS.
Yep.
And my first official meeting with the builder team at Simpson Strong Tie was to recap the 2024 IBS and what we were going to do for 2025. So that was a week after IBS last year. So yeah, we're right around a year.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I remember there's a lot of meetings for planning just the booth.
Yeah.
So we don't have a booth. We just walk, do parties on the side and have meetings off site. But yeah, it's a lot of planning here.
There is a lot of planning. So did you tell everybody what your title is now?
My title is VP of Sales. So
Highfalutin VP of Sales. Do I have to say Mr. Couch now?
You can just call me Hey You or
Hey
Couch. You. Yeah, but Mr. Couch is good.
So what are you liking about the new role the most? What have you learned, I guess?
Well, there's a couple things. Obviously, you're only as good as the people behind you. And Citadel has some outstanding people on the operations side that make me look really good, right? So I'm just there to try to feed and get business. It's really counts people behind you, right, that make you look really good. So, Citadel is just a great company. Feel free to add.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We're the face of the company, but really what we're selling is the people that execute every day.
Yeah.
And there's so many names that we hear from our customers that they say they're the reason why they're choosing us for this business. So that's just really rewarding for us as salespeople. Is nothing's worse than selling a product and not being able to execute.
Yeah.
We have a history of executing, so it just makes our job so much easier.
Yeah.
So, Judson, your background is more solar, right?
Yeah.
Like that is your history.
Yes.
So where do you see this going? I would say, what, you said 15 years you've been running around in the solar game?
Yep.
So what's next? What's the new horizon when it comes to solar?
Yeah, actually, it's not even solar itself, it's battery storage. That's becoming the biggest transition in the industry.
Okay.
So the way solar produced, any energy you export, you'd get a 1-for-1 credit from utilities. That's changing now where they give you pennies on the dollar.
Okay.
So think of, rather than depositing and getting pennies back, you want to store that energy so that you can use it later.
Right.
And then the dual benefit for power outages and blackouts,
right,
fires, natural disasters, that stuff is forefront for customers and builders.
Okay.
So
go ahead, Mike.
So solar is there's so many moving pieces all the time. Codes are changing.
Yep.
I call it the solar coaster.
Solar coaster.
It is. I mean, there's never a dull moment in solar. I mean, it is.
I don't. Just because I took your job at Simpson doesn't mean you get to take my job as a comedian. That was pretty funny. I like that one. The solar coaster, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
We were going to call this episode The Other Side of the Couch because you're now on this side of it. But the solar coaster, I think that's the leader in the clubhouse right there.
It is. It's the truth, though.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces. I mean, there's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I love the people in your company, like you're talking about. Wendy Zubiaga, she's actually been on this podcast. In fact, outside of this IBS special, she's our next released podcast that we're going to do. So in early March, be on the lookout for Wendy Zubiaga's episode because that's a really good one, as you can imagine.
Yes.
Wendy's
amazing.
Yep, 100%. So when did you guys get into town?
Just flew in.
You just got here.
You just got here.
You just rolled. You got off the plane looking like that.
Got to be ready.
My guy.
Can't waste time.
I got on Sunday. I think I put pants on Tuesday. Yeah, it took me a while.
Well, after COVID, I just came with swim trunks on the bottom.
It just no matter what. Yeah, just are those like tearaway like NBA Jam style?
Yeah.
So you just got in.
Yeah.
And you're just here. You're psyched. You're here. You're doing it.
Yep. Celebrated my daughter's birthday yesterday
Yeah.
and flew in this morning to join the team.
Well, that's the right way to do it right there. Yeah. We're not coming until the party is over at home. How old did your daughter turn?
Just turned 9.
Happy birthday to the young lady.
Happy birthday, Quinn.
Quinn, my daughter Chloe's about to turn 12
Nice.
in, well, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Jeez.
So
Can't
it's
believe 12 already. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. You and I,
Yeah.
it's
Before,
so amazing.
Before kids, I knew you.
Yeah, we had kids around the same time.
Yeah.
You know, we took different jobs within Simpson around the same time. We live in a similar sort of area,
Region, yeah.
Northern California.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parallels there.
Yeah.
But you are an unparalleled talent, right? We were so. I'm personally happy for you. I'm glad you're gone. Personally,
I know, right? Yeah.
it helped me out a lot. But no, you're a legacy in this. You have a legacy name in this industry, right? So the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tom Couch.
Right. Yeah. My dad, right? So he passed away in August.
Yeah.
Great guy. You don't know him, but most people do, I'm sure. But yeah.
I'll put it this way. More people knew Tom than maybe Tom knew them. Can I tell the story on the golf?
I love this story. Yes.
So we used to have an annual golf tournament at Simpson Strong Tide, and I don't even know if that was right. We were at a golf tournament. I don't know which one it was. So I am with Mike's father, and he goes, "Hey, I want to go back to the clubhouse," and I had the golf cart. So I'm like, "Well, hop on in." So we're driving, and Tom liked to have a good time. So we would stop at each hole, and there would be a vendor there, somebody who sponsored the hole, just like there are a lot of these industry events, right? And he would stop, go, stop. So I'd stop the golf cart, and he'd go to that person and say, "Hey, I've heard a lot about you. You're doing fantastic stuff. Keep it up. You've got a future in this industry." And they all know who Tom is. So they're just like stoked. They're over the moon that Tom Couch went out of their way, got out of the golf cart to come tell them personally how well they're doing. Then Tom would get back on the golf cart, and we start to drive away. And I go, "Hey, Tom, who was he?" He goes, "I have no idea."
Of course.
It was awesome.
Oh, yes.
He's a great guy.
Yes.
He was he's so proud of you.
Yeah.
I remember when you won that jacket and another golf tournament. And and we're just talking, shooting the breeze. And I go, "Mike seems like he's doing quite well at Simpson." And it was right after you won. And he goes, "I would say so. He was the salesman of the year." And he was just puffing his chest out for you, man.
He was my biggest fan for sure. Yeah.
Well,
miss that guy.
he loved you a lot. What did you, him being who he was, and you're your own man, but what advantages did you get, or were there any disadvantages of coming in as a second generation in this industry?
Yeah, I mean, great question. It's, he was a great role model for me. Taught me a lot of good things, right? One of his sayings were, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're 15 minutes late, right? Do what you say you're going to do, right? And if you don't have the answer, don't lie.
Yeah.
Say, "Hey, I'll get back to you." So just some of the basic, sales tools that he gave me. But yeah, it's, he helped pave the road for sure, but I'm, paving my own road as well and running with it. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I'm so glad you're here. Now, Judson.
Yep.
Are you a second generation, or you have people, maybe not in the solar game, but the building products?
Second generation, not quite as big of a name in my small town of 3,000. He had a big name, Danny Diehl Construction. He built one home at a time, no contract, time and material plus 10%.
Wow.
So everything was handshakes with him.
How big was the crew?
4 guys, and the framer was 55 years old.
Was how old?
55.
55 years old.
My dad said the framer was 55 because he never had to redo anything.
Yeah.
He said, "You can frame something fast, but if it's wrong, it costs a lot."
It's going to cost you 10 times more to tear it down and redo it the right way.
Yeah.
So did you, like growing up in that environment, small town, and you have a father who's in the industry, some people rebel against that. And I guess there's a question for both of you now. Yeah. Was it like, I'm never going to go into this industry, but oh, whoops, here I am? Or was it like, I want to do something. I don't know exactly what, but I'm going to go do something as well. Judson, why don't you go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I ended up spending a lot of time working with my dad, but ended up falling in love with the lake. got into wakeboarding, working at the marina, started my own boat detailing business
Okay.
because nobody else cleaned boats up there.
Yeah.
So my career just kind of evolved based on what the opportunity was. But I always had a love of building things with my dad. But he used to always joke, you talk too much, you get a job that pays by the job, not by the hour. And so I broke a sales record at Solar City, and he said, you found a job that pays you
Found
by
it.
the job.
Pays by the job.
Yeah, so
What about
similar.
you? I don't know that I knew. Where were you on that? Was this something that you
So
wanted
yeah,
to?
I mean, no, it's funny. I mean, growing up, so my dad worked for Boise Cascade, right? Always thought he was a professional golfer because he was always golfing and he was always, traveling and living the good life. And we moved around a lot, and so he was on the road quite a bit. And so, I mean, I went to school, thought I was going to be a cop. That was kind of the direction I was going to go, and just fell right into this. It wasn't the plan, but
Yeah.
I love this industry though. So
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in the construction business, doing, building homes, framing homes, work with my uncles. So it's in my blood for sure.
100%. So it's in your blood. You guys are, legacies at this point.
Yep.
What are you seeing for the rest of the 2025 from your neck of the woods? Mike, why don't you go ahead and start with that one?
So I mean, obviously we focused in California, right? That's kind of our market. I think it's going to be a steady year for us. I mean, we've got a lot of growth opportunity with regards to some market share.
Yeah.
We're very strong in the Central Coast, where Judson's based out of. Northern California, the market we own it. SoCal market's where the biggest opportunity is for us, and it seems like everyone's full speed ahead with the builders. We're bidding a lot of jobs, so we're pretty optimistic.
Good.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, same steady growth. The Valley has always been one of those more steady markets.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, very optimistic about it.
Yeah.
So
You getting a lot of feedback from people? I'm curious to hear what you're hearing.
Yeah, a lot of folks have been coming in, and basically the demand is there. It's just pent up, and there's a lot of uncertainty outside of the building industry that is impacting us.
Of course.
And really what everyone's saying is probably the second half of this year going into, like, Darren Rowan was here from CBC Framing.
Yeah.
And he was saying it's the lots are there. It's there.
Yeah.
It's just we got to get there.
Right.
And we just have to be a little bit more patient, and we'll get there. But it'll be there. And are we going to be ready when the floodgates open?
Right.
And that's kind of where everyone is thinking right now. Late this year into 2026.
Yep.
Yeah. It makes sense that you guys are strong in solar, A, because you're down there, and B, in the Fresno area, because it's just hotter there. It's like the sun is more powerful in Fresno than anywhere. It's 15 degrees hotter in Fresno than just about anywhere else, including Las Vegas. So harnessing that energy makes a lot of sense to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a shout out to the Valley. We actually had one of the highest selling master plan communities in the nation. It was number 2, Madera.
Wow.
Zonda just put out a study that Miami was number 1 and Madera is number 2.
Wow.
So not too many people think of Madera for a master plan.
Madera, Miami, it's same.
Yeah.
It's the same. Everything's the same. We actually just had Frank from Zonda on there a little bit earlier today, talking to him. So
nice.
Great company, great times there. So let me ask you this, because Mike, you're a foodie. You know the places to eat.
Yeah.
If I were to call you, if I was flying into town here into Las Vegas, and I said, Mike, Judson, I want different answers, or I want your own individual answers. I got to go get food tonight, and it's the only opportunity I have to have the best food in Las Vegas. Where are you recommending me to go?
Man, that's a good one. Maybe Carbones.
Carbones?
Yeah. You can't go wrong with sushi with me though. So
you used to work at
it. Yeah.
We're going to talk about that in just a second.
But what would you say? Vegas, you can't. There's so many great places to eat here.
It's hot.
My favorite places I don't even know the names of.
I know, that's the thing too.
Yeah,
is I'm trying to rack my head with the names of Mike and
somebody else booked it.
Right. Yeah. No, I don't have one.
Well, we could take Carbones. I like that. That's a good
Carbones,
one. Yeah. I think I'm eating there tonight, actually.
Yeah. Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're going with us? There's 30 of us going.
Well, if you're paying, yeah.
All right.
So let's talk sushi for a little bit, because Mike, I didn't know this until after you left, used to work at a sushi restaurant up in Northern California.
McCooney's.
And shout out to McCooney's. I was there with a builder partner, and we're having lunch, and we sit down. So I asked the guy, what do you want? What do you want to eat? And he goes, I don't know. The last guy just ordered for me, meaning Mike, who was in the role. And I'm like, oh. So I'm just ordering basic stuff, because I don't. And Mike has like the secret menu of all of this cool, extravagant sushi because he used to work there. So he had tribal knowledge that I just did not have and I didn't even know he worked there. And I was like, man, I am not living up to the hype here.
The secret menu.
You don't know how many times I get texts at random hours of, hey, what am I supposed to order? So, I mean, I think Jared was the last one that texted me.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
I mean, you're the man.
Nope.
You got it there. All right. Last question. I know the answer to Mike. So I'm gonna start with Judson on this. You get a chance to win $1 million. But you can only play one casino game, one card game. You can only gamble one time. What are you picking and why?
50-50 chance.
Roulette red. You're the first person I think to say red. So that's an interesting one. And maybe this is why you guys are on the same team, because I know your answer.
Yes, very same. So, but it's not red. It is roulette.
Yeah,
would be my choice. But
you're playing 0-0.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell this story because I got a lot of my couch stories. And we were in South Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
And I'm at a roulette table, and I'm enjoying myself. I've probably been there for about 30 minutes. And Mike Couch comes up. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? What's going on here? And he puts a bet down and then walks off. Doesn't wait for the spin, doesn't wait for if you won or not. Comes back a couple minutes later, puts another bet down, walks off. And I don't understand what's happening. So I finally stop him on the third loop, and he goes, "Oh, I'm playing all 4 roulette tables." There was 4.
Better
they had
odds.
him cornered.
Better odds.
They had. I don't know that they're better odds. I don't know. I don't think that's how it
50
works.
is not 100.
Yeah, right. Better odds just throw as much money down to win.
But it leads me to one of the things I'm so impressed with Mike Couch is that everything you've ever done, my experience with you when we were competitors, my experience with you when we were teammates, and now as colleagues, is that you put your whole effort into everything that you do.
Yeah, I appreciate
and
that.
it's very well known. It's very well respected. I imagine the team is the same way.
Oh,
you guys are built the same way.
Yes.
And nothing but the best for you guys going forward with Citadel.
Yes. Well, thanks for having us on here. This is amazing.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate both of you guys coming in here. Surprise guest with Judson Diehl joining us. It sounds like Justin. It's Judson. It's the voice. I've been talking for 48 straight hours.
Yes.
In fact,
you're a machine.
I tried to go to bed last night, and I was on my way to my hotel room, and I hear, "Hey." Actually, I called out to you.
Yeah,
That's not true. I called out to you.
Called out to me.
I saw Couch, and I got excited. I'm like, I know Couch. And then he's like, you want to go play roulette? I'm like, I cannot go play roulette. I have to go to bed. I have to talk to you tomorrow, and I need a voice.
Yeah.
But thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate the
Thanks
time.
for having us.
Enjoy your rest of your time here at IBS.
Yes.
Go meet some people. Go eat some food at Carbone's. And you guys keep tuning in and join us the next time. We got more content, strong conversations coming up. Keep it locked.